Hey y'all, we are
Drop Dead Dangerous.
And we're so excited to be here with ProMotion Studio in beautiful Market Square.
This is one of our tunes, The Heart of This Small Town. Talking about that old man that owns the deli down on Main. The girl who sells the tickets to catch the morning train. The farmers milking cows and growing that corn. The waitress that's been working midnight since you were born. Talking about the boys in blue working a dirt road beat. The guys out baling hay in that dry summer heat. The bartender that'll pour on taller Papa Top. The cashier in that grocery store where you shop. The words that work from sunrise to sundown, they make up the heart of this small town. Talking about that preacher who has shown us all the light. The teacher in the schoolhouse who taught us to read and write. The boys out pouring blacktop and wet concrete. The mechanic that is keeping our cars out on the street. The words that keep this world spinning round and round, they make up the heart of this small town. It's the teller at the bank who gave you that loan. It's the carpenter who built the house you call home. Oh, the ones that make this place hallowed ground, they make up the heart of this small town. They make up the heart of this small town.
We are Drop Dead Dangerous.
If I would've thought about it, I'd have tried to do without it. Here I am falling right now. I can't seem to figure out what it was you must have done to stop me from trying to run. I may have loved you, but I doubt it. If I would've thought about it, I was dead against it. No, I didn't want no love that lasted longer than one night. Now I can't get enough of your little crooked smiling,
Drop Dead Dangerous.
This is our song, Lost in Austin, from ProMotion Studios. This town ain't the same place since you disappeared without a trace. Right now under this hot sun, without you riding shotgun, I'm lost in Austin. Even though I know these streets like the back of my hand, well, I'm lost in Austin. Lately my sense of direction ain't been worth a damn. I don't know where to go, where to start, 'cause I'm lost in Austin with a broken heart.
Chase these Texas stars, but they won't lead me to where you are. Baby, what's the use? I'll be singing the red dirt blues. I'm lost in Austin, even though I know selling my damn soul. I'm going down, down, down in a blaze of glory. Going down, down, down. I got quite a story going round and round. Yeah, you know if you heard it, I'm making my trip to hell. Down, down, down in a blaze of glory. Going down, down, down. I got quite a story going round and round. Yeah, you know if you heard it, I'm making my trip to hell worth it. Oh yeah, I'm making my trip to hell worth it.
Welcome to the ProMotion live session. Today we're joined by Drop Dead Dangerous. We got Kitty and Melanie with us. And just a little bit of background. You guys have been playing together since 2015, correct?
That's right. Yeah.
All right, so what got you guys together originally?
Oh man, this was really cool. So Kitty and I were both on the road traveling, and we kept hearing about each other. Hey, you need to meet this girl. You gotta check this chick out. And we kept kind of crossing paths here and there. And eventually one day we met in Delaware.
Yeah, that's where we met.
Of all places.
Are you both from Tennessee?
Yes.
Yeah.
And you met in Delaware?
Yes.
Okay, go on.
So quickly after that, I started to harass Melanie because I wanted to play with her like real bad. But we were both very, very busy, and finally that fall, the musician that she was working with couldn't do a particular tour. My schedule had cleared up, so we hit the road together, barely knowing anything about each other. But when you're like, we were separated by a middle console, so like we figured it out pretty quick.
Yeah.
And after that first tour, we were just kind of like, well, I think this works. And we've been doing it ever since.
Very serendipitous that it just kind of worked out like that.
Yeah, we just got lucky.
And so, had you grown up in different areas of Tennessee?
Oh, yeah, we're actually from polar opposites.
Okay, so there's a reason.
Yeah.
Like, it'd be different if you had grown up down the street from one another.
No.
And I wanted to get a quick background on your nickname, the Gym Babe.
Yeah.
Who originally put that moniker on you?
So when I first started playing out, I would take lots of different hand drums with me, particularly djembe. Ironically, I picked up the nickname while I was playing the bass djembe that you see turned up as a kick drum on my set that I have right now. Mm-hmm. But I was playing with a DJ in downtown Knoxville. His name is DJ Slink, and I played on the weekends with him. I would have a whole drum set up, and they nicknamed me the Gym Babe.
Oh, yeah. Very cool. And you've gotten a lot of accolades from that as well.
Yeah. I've traveled and performed with a lot of different people. And now that we've focused in on our group, Drop Dead Dangerous, we've picked up a lot of really great sponsors that are behind us. Remo Percussion, Gone Bops, Vader Drumsticks, and Sabian Cymbals.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And so was it part of that sound and her creativity that you're like, I've got to work with her?
Nobody does what Melanie Howe does.
Right.
Like, it doesn't exist anywhere else. And so I knew that going into it. Also, like, how often do you meet a drummer that is the one that is booking the shows and hiring the band members? Like, she's in charge. And so just those two things alone, like her work ethic and her talent, I was like, where's the line? Because I'm getting in it. And and then finally, like, it worked out, and it just so happened we get to be really good friends too. So, like, really, we couldn't have gotten any luckier.
Well, as I'd mentioned, you have 2 albums under your belt, one live album and then live studio album. And then the second one, Roadside Attraction, which was 2018, correct?
That's when we dropped it, yeah.
Oh gosh, was it 2018?
Yeah, it was so long ago.
And she's like, we got to get this third one out.
Oh, we gotta get it out.
We are working on the third one, but in the meantime, we put out 45 that is a single, Heart of the Small Town, which we performed here today. And the B-side, both of them, that's right. Trip to Hell.
No, Raised Here Every Night.
Oh, shoot. All right.
She's like, that was the other one in contention.
I was like, wait, did we do that one?
What are you talking about?
I was like, no, we didn't.
No,
You're right.
Next
We
time.
had talked about it.
That's
what
we decided.
I was like, wait.
But yeah, we couldn't be more proud of this vinyl. So it was like the worst time to try to get into a studio or create new music. Well, not maybe we had plenty of time to create the music. We just didn't have anywhere to rehearse. We couldn't be around each other. It was right at the start of the pandemic, and you know, the song "The Heart of the Small Town." It's a co-write with our friend Mike Cool, and Melanie and I had both shared this post on Facebook that said something to the effect of, you know, like, you remember all those small businesses that participated in your booster clubs and your kids baseball team charities and all this, like, don't forget them. And Mike felt so inspired by that post that he called us and was like, I gotta read you guys this lyric that I came up with. And we were like, oh my God, there's never been a better time to write a song about community. So that's why we hurried it up, and that is why it is the title track of the 45. And even cooler than that, we have a list of studios that we want to record our music at, and Fame was the next one on the studio list. So we went into Fame and we cut our vinyl, and there's no better studio to cut a vinyl.
That's awesome. So, and that's going to be a single on the upcoming album, correct? Both singles, they're going to be on the upcoming album?
Yes, those songs they'll both be on the upcoming album.
So I feel like vinyls are kind of a rite of passage. Like, there's nothing more exciting than getting, like, your first single or pressing of a vinyl. CDs, tapes, anything like that. When you get a vinyl, there's something different about it. Was that why you wanted to print them?
There were a couple of reasons.
Yeah, there was a few reasons that we wanted to get into the vinyl, and I will go ahead and tell you, there's nothing more rewarding, but there's also nothing more frustrating than
trying to secure the plates and
everything is so particular. Oh my God! Also, forget about how hard it was to like get everybody to the studio. When we called, like, we thought we had done the hard part, you know. We called around to see where we should get the vinyl pressed.
That's difficult.
And we ended up going with Gotta Groove, and we would highly recommend them. They're great.
Yes.
However, nobody had control over this problem or saw it coming. In January of 2020, so there are 2 factories in the world that create the lacquer needed for vinyls. And in January of 2020, one of them burned down.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I wasn't aware of that either.
Oh, yeah. We took a stressful situation and just amplified it. It was...
That's what and you see so many musicians, like Jack White is obviously a big proponent of vinyl. You know, he's got the Third Man Press as well. I wonder how much that ate into his business. That's wild.
Everybody we called was kind of like, well, it always takes a while, but it's going to take longer. And I'm like, oh.
I hadn't considered that. That's wild.
Well, who the hell would think that?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Well, on top of everything else going on, that you'd have an industry staple burned down. Wow. Yep. So, over 7 years of playing together, what have been some of your most memorable experiences? Either live or recording and writing together?
Wow.
Like so many things flash through.
We've had so many great experiences, but I think the most rewarding part is that even though we work together, we're also best friends. So the ups, the downs, the frustrations, the rewards, everything that we get to experience, we never experience alone. We're always right there side by side together, experiencing everything when it comes to the road, the recording.
The good, the bad.
All of it.
Yeah.
We yesterday, like, we were reminiscing on a road day that we actually didn't have any gigs when we were driving through South Carolina. Oh my God, South Dakota.
Much different.
Much different. We were driving across South Dakota one summer, and like we had such a heyday, and you know, like, your days down on the road really could go the complete opposite. It could be pretty depressing. You're far from home. You're not with your animals. Like, yes, we really love each other, but, you know, we're this close all the time.
Yeah.
You know, and it's interesting that would be what I think of when you ask, like, our favorite thing about touring together for 7 years or whatnot. But that was literally something we talked about yesterday.
Just a free day that you're, like, you caught the vibe. You're out in the middle of nowhere. You're on the way to a show. Dead day. And you're just like...
We did South Dakota right. We went to the Badlands, we went to Mount Rushmore, we went to Crazy Horse, we went to Deadwood.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
We had to stop in the middle of the road for these mountain goats to pass. Like, it couldn't.
You had a real South Dakota day.
We had a real South Dakota day.
That's awesome. Yeah, and I think people who, you know, see musicians, they think a lot of it is just kind of that on the road when you're not playing, you're sleeping or you're eating or you're doing press or anything like that.
It's absolutely like that too.
Oh, yeah.
So when you get those days, it's just like an oasis in the desert sometimes.
We definitely try to take that stop and smell the roses thing very seriously, because you could easily be passing through a town, and if you choose to not, get out of your room or get out of the Sprinter or whatever and experience what is around you, then it's all going to be the same thing. It'll all be the same stage.
Very homogenous, yeah.
Yeah, go to the local coffee shop instead of the Dunkin' Donuts or a Starbucks.
We do have a rule, like when we go out to eat, we're like, okay.
Go to the local joint.
Yep.
Yeah.
We'll get on TripAdvisor, we're like.
TripAdvisor queen right here. Like, can people follow you on TripAdvisor?
I don't know, maybe.
She's got so many points. She's got like the 5-star
We
rating.
literally put her in a rewards program.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
She's like, yep, she is an A-class client right there. And so the writing, is it a mutual kind of writing? You mentioned earlier that you'd reached out to Jeff Cool.
Mike Cool.
Mike Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've been writing since I was about 14 years old. When I met Melanie, she let me know that she used to do some writing, and I said, you do again. Our fiddle player, JD, does quite a bit of writing, and he and Mike Cool have been friends for a long time. So Mike writes with all of us a bunch, too.
Yeah.
And coming from somebody who's written for a long time, is it more rewarding to work with people like as a collaborative effort, or are there's certain songs that are very special, personal, that you want to kind of keep?
It definitely varies. I do pick and choose. I don't know if everybody else does pick and choose. Like, if I have an idea or a concept, I might really want to develop it on my own. Having said that, recently I got stuck and I called Mike and I was like, I need help. So having somebody that can help develop a story to a personal experience. If you're feeling vulnerable about writing something, having somebody that wasn't attached to the situation can be helpful.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, like there's a song on Roadside Attraction that I wrote for my dad, and I needed to write that for my dad.
Right.
So it varies. For
Yeah.
sure.
One of the really cool things about our band, though, is that when we record, we don't bring in studio musicians. We don't hire out any. So all the parts that you hear are written by our band. Mm-hmm. Those parts are all us. You're never going to hear somebody who just kind of subbed in there.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's very cool. And so you're working on the third album now.
Yes.
And any ideas when that might be available?
Ooh.
Fingers crossed. Sometime this year.
Very soon.
Oh, definitely this year.
Definitely
we'll
this
have
year.
it out
Okay.
this year, for sure.
Do you think you'll have it out in time for the festival you're playing this fall?
We're
Lord, I
very,
hope so.
we're very hopeful with that, yes.
Okay, tell us about the festival.
This is our very first time running our own festival. It's going to be
Running your own festival?
Yes.
Okay.
We're very excited. We're teaming up with the Saltwater Hippie in Madeira Beach and Pirates and Poets, and they're kind of helping us get this thing together. It's going to be 4 days. The last 2 days of September, the first 2 days of October.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, very cool.
Something overwhelming that happened. So we've been talking about doing this for a couple of years because, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of new territory. And, we are so lucky to be teamed up with the guys, the crew that we have, because they just know so much about the behind the scenes that we've never had to deal with before. But our tickets went live on Sunday, January 2nd. And we were doing an afternoon show. They went live, right as the show started. And in the 20 minutes into our show, our phones are going off because we shut down the internet. So,
you broke the ticket seller?
The ticket link quit working and got overwhelmed. Our VIP tickets were gone in 13 minutes. And the website crashed. All the tickets went through a PayPal account. PayPal shut it down. They thought it was fraud. It was insane. It was insane. And we were just overwhelmed with just this joy, this genuine happiness that other people wanted to celebrate our music and our friends' music the way that we want to. But we're thrilled.
That's incredible when you get that kind of response. That's just great press too. Be like, yeah, we shut down the site with so much traffic.
It was awesome.
That's how many people want to come to this show. So tell us about it. How many bands?
Oh gosh,
I haven't sat down and counted.
Well, it's a multi-stage event that'll be going all day each of the days.
4 days.
We'll start Thursday evening and Sunday around lunchtime. So,
yeah.
Yeah.
And then all day Friday, Saturday.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So how many bands? They're still we're still in the process.
Well, no, we have them all picked out. I just haven't sat down and counted them. At least like 12 acts. I was like a handful of bands and a few acts. We haven't released the whole lineup, so I don't really want to say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, well, when you release that lineup, where's the best place for people to get the heads up, get the news, all of that?
You can subscribe to dropdeadbeachbash.com, and you can follow the social media pages, Drop Dead Beach Bash.
All right, so where's it going to be at?
In Madeira Beach, Florida. So all of our locations are walking distance from the beach. Like I said, 3 stages, possibly
End of September,
a 4th.
beginning of October.
Yeah.
We're right there in the cusp of, that's great.
Thursday, September 29th to Sunday, October 2nd.
That's great.
Yeah.
Well, I'm really looking forward to that. Any other big plans besides that and the album release?
I think our main focus right now is the
Get the
album
festival?
and the festival.
Yeah.
We're trying to just really make sure we focus on that for now.
Yeah.
We might take a little vacation after that.
Yeah, the next week
That'd
we're
be
just going to
well
sleep.
earned.
Just sleep.
That'd be well earned. You got an album out, you got a festival under your belt.
Do not call
At least
us
take a week.
the first week of October.
Yeah, for sure.
Awesome. Well, guys, where can people find you? Like, what's the best way to follow you, stream the music, anything like that?
So definitely go onto our website, which is wearedropdeaddangerous.com.
We are dropdeaddangerous.com.
And you can find us fairly easily on Facebook, Instagram. Our music is on all the streaming platforms. Basically,
What's the best way for people to support you, though?
Oh,
Well, our website has a store.
yes.
Yeah. Go to the store and get that music. Don't just stream it.
So the vinyl, actually, I'm glad you brought that up because the vinyl is only available at the store or at a show. It is not going online to any of the streaming services. Each vinyl will come with a digital download code that is specific to your copy. So if you get one, don't lose that. We can't help you.
So if you want it digitally, that's how you get it. And then you've got the great keepsake of the vinyl, too. Man.
Yeah, if you don't have a record player, that is okay.
They look great on the shelf.
They look beautiful.
And the artwork on there is all original artwork. It's digitally hand painted. So, yeah.
Fantastic. Follow them. We are dropdeaddangerous.com. And, of course, all the socials. Get that new vinyl. And stay tuned for a new album. If you haven't got tickets for the Beach Fest, Drop Dead Beach Fest.
Beach Bash.
Beach Bash.
Beach Bash.
Yeah.
Yeah, much better than a fest. In Madeira, Florida. Tickets are on the website for that as well. Get those tickets. Sounds like it's going to be a blast. And don't forget to like, subscribe, comment down below. That way you don't miss another ProMotion live session.